Hey, first grade friends, it's Miss Harry, and I'm here to work with you on your high frequency words. So this week we're reading the story Tip and Tam, and we have 5 high frequency words that we're going to practice and use. These are words that you learned in kindergarten, and we're here just to master those words and use them in sentences. So if you remember, a sentence is a group of words that tells a complete idea, and it begins with an uppercase letter, and it ends with a punctuation mark. So if you look at all of these, they are groups of words that begin with an uppercase letter and they end with a punctuation mark, and they're telling a complete idea. So let's begin. But first, let's go over our high frequency words. We have yellow, Y-E-L-L-O-W, yellow. Do, D-O, do. Was, W-A-S, was. You, Y-O-U, you. Look, L-O-O-K, look. So let's look at number 1. This crayon is blank. What word do you think would make the most sense in this sentence to complete it, to tell a complete idea? This crayon is yellow. Yellow is the best choice. This crayon is yellow. We could try the other words, but I don't think we're going to find any word better than yellow. So this crayon is look. No. This crayon is do. This crayon is was. This crayon is you. No, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So let's use the word yellow. So as you are writing your high frequency words, if you spell the word as you're writing it, you are using all your senses because you're seeing it, you're moving with it, you're saying it, and you're hearing it. So let's spell yellow. Y. E-L-L-O-W. So this crayon is yellow. It ends with a period because it's telling us something. It's telling us that there's a crayon and it is yellow. All right, next. Can blank see the bird? Now my expression changed when I read this sentence because it ends with a question mark, so it's asking. Listen to me again. Can blank see the bird? It's asking something. So we're going to use a high frequency word that means a person. And if you look or think about our high frequency words, your choices are you, look, do, and was. So which high frequency word would be talking about a person? You. So let's try it. Can you see the bird? Can you see the bird? We could use our other ones, but they're not going to make much sense. Can look see the bird? Can do see the bird? Can was see the bird? No. We need to use the word you. Can you see the bird? All right. And again, we're going to spell as we write. You. Y-O-U, you. Can you see the bird? Number 3, blank at that big dog. What can you do? This is going to be an action word. Blank at that big dog. All right, which one of our sight words is an action word? Let's try do. Do is an action word. Do at that big dog. Does that make sense? All right, let's try was. Was at that big dog. That one doesn't make sense either. Let's try look. Look at that big dog. I think that's the best choice. So we're going to write the word look. L-O-O-K. Look at that big dog. It's telling us something. It's actually a command. It's telling us to do something. So that's why it ends with a period. It's telling us to look at that big dog. So I know that when I look at my sentence, I'm completely done, aren't I? Because a sentence is a group of words that tells a complete idea, and it begins with an uppercase letter. Do I have an uppercase letter at the beginning of my sentence? I do not. So I need to change my lowercase l to an uppercase L, because sentences begin with an uppercase letter and they end with a punctuation mark. So it's a good habit to get into right now when you're writing sentences to make sure you write that very first letter in uppercase. So let me change. In fact, I'm going to write my entire word over. Look, uppercase L, O, O, K. Look. And the reason I used an uppercase letter is because it's the first word in my sentence. Okay, number 4, the dog blank in the bag. The dog blank in the bag. Okay, we have 2 choices left. We have do and we have was. So let's try do. The dog do in the bag. The dog was in the bag. Was is going to make the most sense. The dog was in the bag. When you say it, it kind of flows. It does flow. So the dog was in the bag. The dog do in the bag. That doesn't make sense. So was is our best choice. Again, now we get to, do I need to use uppercase or lowercase letters? It's a word in the middle of a sentence. So I use lowercase letters. W-A-S. Was. The dog was in the bag. So that leaves our very last word, do. So let's go ahead and practice. Do you like my art? Do you like my art? So the word we're going to use is do, but I want you to stop and think about what we need to do first with the letter D. It's the first word in the sentence, so what do we need to do? How do we write it? Upper or lowercase? It's going to be an uppercase D. So big line down, big curve. No. All right. Do you like my art? What kind of sentence is this? It ends with a question mark. So is it asking or is it telling or is it commanding? It is asking because it ends with a question mark. So let's go back and read all of our sentences together. And remember, a sentence is a group of words that tells a complete idea. It begins with an uppercase letter and it ends with a punctuation mark. So read number 1. The crayon is yellow. Number 2. Can you see the bird? Number 3. Look at that big dog. Number 4. The dog was in the bag. And number 5. Do you like my art? So these 5 sentences give examples of the 3 types of sentences. So we have, this crayon is yellow. That's a telling sentence, and it ends with a period. We have 2 questions. We have here and here, can you see the bird? And do you like my art? So when sentences end with questions, those are asking sentences. And then we have another telling sentence. The dog was in the bag. What does it tell us? It tells us there was a dog and it was in the bag. And then number 3 is a command. Look at that big dog. It tells you to do something. It's a command. So it's giving you something to do. Look at that big dog. All right. I hope you guys learned a lot from this lesson and have a good night.